even if I can't say.
Your Holy Spirit intercedes for me. Dominique, good afternoon and welcome to another edition of the youngest and the hottest hour on radio. And today, Dominique, we do have an exciting program for you. A very, very exciting program for you. I see some beautiful faces in the studio with me this afternoon. And we're going to get it started right away. Let me say a blessed good afternoon to my friend in green over there in Studio 2. Good afternoon to you, and how are you doing?
Good afternoon, Glenn, and I'm doing well, thank you. I'm giving thanks.
Wonderful, wonderful. First of all, let Dominique know who we have in the studio with us today.
Okay, so my name is Mishel Abraham-Shillingford. Good afternoon to the listening audience of the Youth Vibes program and DBS, of course. I work with the Youth Division as the 4-H coordinator, acting.
As the 4-H coordinator acting?
Yes.
No, a little bird passed by me yesterday. I believe the bird had a name. That bird name was Leon. And Leon told me that there are a few exciting things happening with 4-H right now. And there may be a few new initiatives that are actually in the making right now. So can you run us through some of these new initiatives that are in the making?
Sure. So we at the Youth Division, we are really excited and we are working towards, I wouldn't say, you said a new initiative, but just a little correction. It's not a new initiative, but we are really working to establish community 4-H clubs in different parts of the island of Dominica, in different communities.
Mm-hmm.
And why I say it's not a new initiative, it's because years ago, we actually had community 4-H clubs in the communities of Campbell and Dalis. They were very vibrant and thriving, led by outstanding young persons, many of whom have gone on to be very productive persons of society. And so we want to kind of continue. We saw the impact, we saw the positivity of the young persons, and so we want to continue, or we want to re-establish those clubs in the community.
Okay.
Because we know 4-H is a very important thing. 4-H, I was on here some time ago talking about just how impactful 4-H is. Currently, it's in our schools. However, we feel we are at the Youth Division, we are in the business of empowering young persons far and wide, and so we believe 4-H is a means or a way that we can continue to do so in the communities. Yeah? Yeah. So we are looking to also target young persons in the community who are not part of groups, as well as young persons who are part of what we would call unstructured youth groups. So, probably you are part of a little group in your community, or you hang out together, or you do little stuff together, but there's not really a structure. And so we are looking at you, and we are hoping that you can come on board and allow us to give you that support, that type of structure, learning how to run your meetings in an efficient way, to help you develop your group development sessions, so that you can be, we feel that you're already productive, but we want you to be more productive. So we are calling on you if you fit into that category. If you are part of 4-H in school, and then, we always have breaks, we have summer, you can also engage yourself in a community 4-H club when it's in your area.
Wonderful.
So just to say, anybody wondering, what the community 4-H club is about. It's really to empower young persons as well as the community, and it is where young persons can explore skills. We know that the slogan of 4-H is learn by doing, and the motto is to make the best better. And so to explore as many skills as possible, personal growth and development, leadership skills, even entrepreneurship, and I guess we'll hear more about entrepreneurship a little later. But even entrepreneurship and through hands-on learning, really public speaking, all types of skills that can help build a young person and make them better. Yeah?
Yeah. Wonderful. So, community 4-H clubs. And these are going to be established in all the districts throughout Dominica.
Yes, that is our hope. Currently, we are looking at. We would love that every community in Dominica can have a forage club eventually.
Yes.
I think that can be what that is our goal. But for the time, we are hoping to start with the Northeast. You want to tell us a little bit more about that, and that'll be we'll be starting with the Northeast. Where, Glenn?
Well, that will be at the Wesley Resource Center
Right.
on the 16th of April at 4 o'clock.
Yeah.
So we're calling on everyone from the community of Wesley. Those that I have met, those I haven't met yet, those who are hearing it from individuals who are passing on the information. The Wesley Resource Center, 4 p.m. Wednesday is the place to be to find out what exactly we're talking about.
Right. So, what Glenn is really referring to is we are hoping to have some sensitization meetings in the community. So we're inviting not just the young persons, but anybody who feel they can, contribute somehow, some way. Because 4-H is a community, we like to say. Apart from the young persons, everybody in the community, even now that we have it at the schools, it's similar to that. It's not in isolation. The community has to be a part of it. So if you're a experienced person, you're just somebody that want to impact young persons positively, we invite you to come to the meeting and hear and to see how you can be a part of this movement. So we are hoping to have those meetings in various areas, and as Glenn said, we are starting on the Northeast in Wesley, the community of Wesley, and that will be our first meeting on April 16th at the Resource Center. Then we are going to continue to the east, and that community will be in Salibia. We are looking at for Roseau South and Central, the community of Girodale. For the south, Bellevue Chopin. Rosenhoff and Valley, Trafalgar, we are coming to you. And the southeast, La Plaine. And we also have the west. The west will be Campbell, the community of Campbell. So we are coming back, Campbell. We are coming back to you. And then the north, of course, in Penville. Yeah. But of course, when those meetings, they are coming closer, we will give you that information so that you can be a part of that meeting. Ask the questions that you want to ask to know how can being a part of this movement, this organization, this club, how can it benefit you? If you're a parent, you can find out how it can benefit your child. But we just invite you to come and hear.
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes.
Yeah.
Amazing. Now, is there any particular registration forms that individuals who are interested in joining this club will need to fill out?
Okay, so when you come to that meeting, or even now, you can reach out to your youth officers in your various district and ask how you can register and be a part of that. What we really hope to achieve at those meetings is, you come, you hear. One thing I want to say is we are not going to, when you hear the 4-H club, you might think, probably that's not for me, that's for a certain person. But 4-H is very inclusive. It is very inclusive, it's very dynamic. So it's like the sky is the limit with 4-H. So you might feel like you cannot benefit from being a part of the 4-H club, but I can tell you, believe me, there is something for you there, right? There is something for you there, something to help you to be more confident, something to help you to be more responsible citizens of your community and as by extension Dominica. So if you have potential as a young person, we invite you to come and hear how you can build your club, because we want it to be your club. It's not a youth division thing, it's not the youth officers thing, but it's your 4-H club, your community 4-H club, and we want it to be shaped how you see it. The projects that you'll be involved in, the community projects, we want it to be your initiatives, led by you, and we want it to be led by you, and all the ideas, everything. All we will be there to do is to give you support and guidance as much as possible, where needed and when needed. But we really want to just empower you to be a better you, to help to improve your communities, give that kind of contribution as citizens, that type of level of civic engagement, and of course, better yourselves.
Amazing. Now, when the little bird was passing, the little bird actually told me that it have other things that happen in there. So the bird actually told me, the bird said community, community, community. And I was like, community, community, community. But now I understand that it's community 4-H groups. But the bird also say festival, festival, festival.
Yes, well, that little bit told you a lot.
Yeah.
But yes, so as we said, currently we have 4-H clubs established in the schools, and those 4-H clubs are doing very, very well. And so something that we celebrate every year we have is what we call the district 4-H festivals. So we're having it with the junior clubs, the primary schools, and this year we'll be having it in 4 districts: Roseau North and Valley, the Roseau South and Central, the South District, and the East District. Yeah, those 4 districts. And it's really an opportunity for the students, like sort of a culmination of all the things that they would have learned throughout the school year, they would have done in terms of craft and their little public speaking sessions that they would have been participating in, leaderships, just an opportunity for them to express themselves in a positive way, whether through choral speech, jingle. We usually have a little jingle competition. We have them do some public speaking as well there, show and tell. So they would come, they would create something, and they would come and show us how it was done. The involvement, we also have some culinary aspect in those festivals, some of those festivals as well, where they create different foods out of local ingredients. So whether it's banana, they would do a variety of foods like let's say banana bread, banana smoothie, just name it, the works of what banana can make. Likewise plantain, coconut, etc. So every district festival is going to be different. Like when we go in the east, there's going to be a level of tradition specific to the east, and when we go to the south, it's going to be a little different. Roseau North and Roseau South, each of them will be unique in their own way. They all have different activities, but really and truly, the purpose of it is that the children come together, the clubites, and Glen, they really have a good time. You know that.
I know that.
It's a chance for them to meet new friends, to
Yes.
socialize. Some of them, they go to a different place that they've never been to. But just that experience of camaraderie, as well as being able to express themselves. It's their day. It's all about them. And what they've been involved in 4-H and what 4-H means to them.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing.
So we have that coming up in May. The first one will be the 8th of May, actually, in Roseau South and Central. And we just looking forward to having a good time with the clubites.
Yeah.
And just see those smiles on their face, have them running up and down, with all that energy, but expressing it in a positive way.
Yes, yeah. Indeed. Wonderful. So we have coming up, Dominica, I hope you are taking notes. In the beginning of the program, I asked everyone to get their pens, get their pencils, get their notebooks, because there will be something for you to take note of. Now, Mish, is there anything else that 4-H has hidden that is coming up that you feel Dominica needs to know about?
We have some things in the works, but for now, we I feel like the 2 things that we already have let out of the bag is really important things, and we just want to tell you when we are if we are at your community, whether it's Wesley, Stalybay, Jerdale, Bellevue, Chopin, Trafalgar, La Plaine, Campbell, Openville, come out, come to those meetings, ask questions, reach out to your youth officers and find out more information, and come be a part and build the 4-H community and be a part of the 4-H movement.
Wonderful. So let us take this call. We have a call on the line. Caller, good afternoon. You are live on You Vibes. Good afternoon.
Greetings.
Oh my God. Good afternoon.
Yes, good afternoon. I just want to register the excitement of hearing the pursuit towards community 4-H club, and I want to say it's a great initiative. I hope the young people take that and run with it, get on board. I remember people like Grayson who is now Big G's, the owner of Big G's, who is doing all these great pepper sauces. That's where Big G's came from. 4-H Club in the Eastern District under Matthew Barron as his youth officer. And we used to have, senior 4-H Club in Cork, at Portsmouth. So I know that there is great potential for community 4-H clubs. So I just want to say, great initiative. I'm Mish, proud of you guys. Keep doing what you're doing to provide.
Thank you, Miss. Thank you, Miss Paul.
Dominica, if you did not know who
Welcome.
was on the telephone, Dominica, before she leaves, Dominica, this is Miss Cesarina Paul.
Hey, guys. Well, so Glenn, you're doing a good job, man.
Thank
Sound
you very
exciting.
much, Miss. Thank
Very
you
good.
very much indeed. I do hope that
Yeah.
you're having a blessed day today.
Yes, indeed. It's nice listening to you vibes today. I don't always get the opportunity to listen to you vibes on a Saturday anymore, but today is different, and I'm so happy that I got to listen today, and it's good. It's positive. So,
Amazing.
So keep doing good things. Yeah.
Will do, Miss.
All
Just
right.
ensure you have your pen and your notebook because we're not finished yet. We have some more
Okay,
information
great.
to share.
Yeah, my phone will do the job. No problem.
Amazing.
Thank
Thank
so
you
much.
very much, Miss, and
Take
blessed day
care. Hi
to
to
you.
everybody.
Miss.
Love.
Take care.
Bye bye.
Bye-bye.
Amazing, huh? The love for YDD is everlasting. It's ever expanding, you know? Wonderful. So, Miss, the bird actually tell me secret. So I suspected that it have some secrets, and you just tell me that some things in the pipeline. So Dominica, keep it tuned in to you vibes and keep an eye on what is happening with the 4-H. Huh?
Yes.
Amazing.
Definitely.
Mish, is there anything else that you want to say hi, hello to? Anyone else send some love to?
Well, yeah, my family. I'm not
Definitely.
sure if they are listening, but hello to them.
Mm-hmm.
I also want to big up the local leaders. I like
Indeed.
every opportunity I get. I like to big them up, the principals, because at the schools they are really the ones that what we consider our champions. They are the ones who are giving selflessly.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of them are giving selflessly to the club in terms of their time, their resources. And we at U Division, we don't take that for granted. So we always like to tell them thank you. We know we do it for the love of they do it for the love of the clubites, the students, and there's nothing that we can give them that is tangible enough to say that. But
Yeah.
I like to take the opportunity to say thank you to them.
Indeed.
Every chance I get.
Indeed.
Yes.
Amazing. Dominica, you're locked into the youngest and the hottest hour on radio, Youth Vibes. When we come back, we're going to hear from another individual, who's going to tell us a little bit about the business, the businesses and what is going on with the businesses and the young people in businesses. Dominica, you're locked into the youngest and the hottest hour on radio, Youth Vibes. Keep it locked right here on DBS.
Lost my heart and lost my soul. Now it's time that you won't know. Lost my mind and lost my goal. Not giving in. I'm not giving in. I'm not giving in. Ooh, I'm not giving in. Yeah. Waste my time, which makes things worse. Lost in my love is cursed. Trying to make these things feel right. Let's start this show this time. Oh, I'm not giving it. Not giving in. No, not giving in. Not giving in. I'm gonna be stronger. I'm gonna be stronger.
This time we're gonna be stronger. We're not giving in. Dominica, welcome back to the youngest and the hottest hour on radio right here on DBS Radio, You Vibes. And I let me apologize in the beginning. We were not able to announce this, but let me just help you to open your eyes if you didn't realize You Vibes is live. And right now you can join us on Facebook, on YouTube, and for the rest of this program, the other two segments, we will be having a live interaction where you'll be able to see your faces and and read the emotion in the room. So it gives me pleasure, Dominica, to introduce to the camera. I couldn't introduce the first individual, Miss Abraham-Shillingford, because the camera was not, camera in yet. But no, it camera in, if you understand my English. So let me say a blessed good afternoon to Mr. Gibbons, Eamon Gibbons from the Dominica Youth Business Trust. Good afternoon to you, sir, and how are you doing this afternoon, man?
I'm good. Good afternoon, Glenn. Good afternoon, listeners of DBS Radio.
Wonderful. So earlier we had 4-H, give us a little insight on what is happening at 4-H. And I mentioned to Mishel that a little bird, share some information with me. But after the bird leave and go, I was walking under a mango tree,
Tell me.
And while walking under the mango tree, a butterfly passed by me.
A butterfly?
Ooh. And it was a long time I don't see a butterfly.
I was just thinking
I was astonished, And the butterfly come and it land on my shoulder. And he told me, Mr. Louis, good things happening at DYBT.
Yes. That butterfly didn't lie, no? It did not lie.
So, Mr. Gibbons, can you tell us a bit about the recent trainings that the DYBT just completed?
Yes, of course. So, just to introduce myself, my name is Eamon Gibbons. I'm the project officer at the Dominica Youth Business Trust. And what we do at the DYBT is we assist young persons in realizing their true entrepreneurial self.
Mm-hmm.
So, we do that in a few ways. Chief of those ways being training.
Yeah.
Training in entrepreneurship.
Mm-hmm.
Recently, we concluded our 19th Entrepreneurial Development Program, which took place during the month of March. It was a 4-week program that ran from Monday to Friday, 9 a.m. to 4 p.m.
Mm-hmm.
It took a lot of commitment from the trainees. And that training is geared towards you developing that business idea that you have.
Mm-hmm.
So you may not know where to go to start your business. You may not know what to do, what it is that is necessary for the industry you want to go into. You may not know how to register. Do you need social security? Do you need to join, let's say, what are the networking organizations around that you need to network with to better and be successful? And of course, how better can you develop yourself? How well do you know yourself to be an entrepreneur, to be successful? So essentially, that's what we do at that month-long 19th Entrepreneurial Development Training.
So it's a month.
A month long.
Wow.
Yes, 4 weeks, 4 strong weeks.
Wow. And from that training, did you experience or did you have any challenges arising out of that training?
Challenges, I won't say challenges. To me, we had a lot of successful outcomes. We had
Amazing.
19 successful outcomes.
Amazing.
We had 15 young females and 3 young males take part in this training. And I mean, when you lay down the numbers, 15 to 3, it's a bit alarming.
Yeah.
We need to get more males into training.
Yes.
However, we still take that as a success that we had 19 young persons commit to 4 weeks of training.
19
Because we
reasons,
understand
yeah.
that it is not easy.
Yeah.
It is not easy.
But you get 19 reasons to keep on trying.
Correct.
Amazing.
So at the training, what we do, right, during the first week of training, we want to ensure that you are mentally prepared for entrepreneurship, that you have the correct mindset to go into that. So the first week of training, we focus primarily on achievement motivation, or what we call personal development training.
Okay.
So we're not yet going into entrepreneurship yet.
Yeah.
We're touching on yourself, touching on how am I thinking, what motivates me, wakes me up in the morning. What is my personality type? How do I communicate with persons? What are my strengths? What are my weaknesses? And we go from there. So we have sessions such as Who Am I? We have the Squares game. We have ring toss training, who is to blame, and so on. And interestingly enough, all of these sessions, yes, they focus on achievement motivation training, but they do tie back to you becoming a true entrepreneur. For example, the ring toss. The ring toss is one where you evaluate if you are one who takes risk. Are you a risk taker? And I think anyone listening would agree that to be an entrepreneur, especially in Dominica, you have to be able to take a risk.
Definitely.
Big risk. And I think one of the most impactful sessions from that achievement motivation week is the My Journey session that we do. And Glenn, we are grateful enough to have you co-facilitate that session for us. It's not the first time, you've been doing it for a number of years.
Yeah.
So I think you yourself, you understand the impact of that session, whereby these trainees, we take them back to some vulnerable time in their life, something that may be keeping them back from being successful. And we allow them to lay that on the table and get it out there.
Yeah. Amazing.
So that it's no longer weighing them down. So you, Glenn, you've been able to facilitate that together with Miss Lilia Durant. So Lilia, if you're listening, thank you very much for facilitating that training. The trainees, after that training, they always come back to us and telling us, and maybe later we'll hear some more about that from someone.
We might get a little first
yes, we'll get a
testimony,
first-hand testimony, because they were like, they did not expect that in this training. They did not expect to go that in-depth into themselves for this training. But what is important is that they realize how important it was for them to do it so that they can move on for their entrepreneurship journey. Yeah. And part of that, we understand it's a vulnerable time during that week, so we also ensure that the psychosocial support is available. We have counselors on board, on standby. If you need to speak to someone, we always make sure that, you have our number. If when you go home, you need to speak to someone further, you can always give us a call and where to go to.
Wonderful.
Wonderful. So yes, if week 1, we look at achievement motivation training and personal development training. And that I would say is the foundation of our training. And then from week 2, we go straight into entrepreneurship training. We give you all the information you need on entrepreneurship. We look at what is a small business, who is an entrepreneur. We look at leadership development, and we just had Miss Mishel Abraham-Shillingford. She's the one who facilitated that session. We look at marketing skills. We look at conducting surveys for identifying your business. We look at customer service, developing negotiation and supervisory skills, and a host of other sessions. There is a lot. But I think chief of them being is introduction to the business plan. At the end of this 4-week training, you should have a very rough draft business plan of the business idea that you have. So we take our time, we go through the business plan, the parts of the business plan, what it is you put in there, what is expected of you. Also, from this training, we expose you to the various institutions and organizations that may be necessary for you to be successful.
Mm-hmm.
For example, we have the Social Security. We have the financial institutions such as the NDFD, Aid Bank, Central, NCCU, and so on, whereby you can get your financing for your business. We have Companies and Intellectual Property Office, Dominica Manufacturers Association. We bring together all these institutions so that you get that information. No matter what industry you're in, we bring them. So that if at any time it may not be relevant to you now, but at some point in your entrepreneurship journey, you may want to pivot into some other industry. And you already have that information there to you. So, of course, I mean, we also look at costing and pricing, market surveys. I think the market survey is the second most important thing we do at this training, because you need to ensure that the business idea that you have in mind is sustainable, is feasible, and you can only do so through the market survey. So we actually assist the entrepreneurs in developing the market survey instrument, in developing that survey, that tool. And what we do, we give them an entire day to go out and do that market survey. We say a day, but it's actually a weekend, because we give you the Friday, and then you have Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and then you come back Monday with all of the information.
Okay.
So you are able to tell if your business is viable or not. Not only if your business is viable, but what other opportunities there are in the market, in the economy, for you to take advantage of.
Wow.
Yeah. And it's a lot of hand-holding, I'd say. We have endless business plan development sessions throughout that month. So it's not just we introduce the business plan and then you're on your own. No, throughout we have time where we sit down with you one-on-one. You come and speak with us, or we sit in a group setting and we discuss your business plan. You write down, you take your notes. We tell you put it down in point form so that later on we can expand on it and expound on it as you should for your plan.
Amazing.
Yeah, I think they appreciated that a lot. And they don't only get to hear from us at the DYBT. We bring in persons from the small business unit as well, in the persons of Mr. Danny Joseph and Michael Walters. They were grateful enough to come and give their time and, speak to the trainees and develop their plans and give them the tools and techniques that they need, and really open their minds towards entrepreneurship. Because, we don't want you to remain close-minded. When in entrepreneurship, you need to broaden your mind. You need to broaden your scope.
Yes.
You need to think differently.
Yes.
And to do that, of course, you need to hear from varying perspectives. And I think we did just that at our training this year.
Amazing. Dominica, are you taking notes? Where's my camera? You taking notes? We connecting? Amazing. Here, DYBT. And it's going through my mind, turning blank canvases into masterpieces.
Pretty much.
Amazing. Now, you have taken us on a journey through what takes place at that training in particular. And you mentioned to us you have 19 individuals who have completed that aspect of the training. So my question now is, for these 19 entrepreneurs, what's next?
What's next? What's next is to launch their business.
Wow.
But, of course, before we launch their business, there are steps before that.
Yeah.
So the very next step is to finalize and complete their business plan. So like I said earlier, at the end of the training, you would have a very rough draft of your business plan. What we want to do now is work with you in business plan consultations, set up appointments, you come to our office, we work with you, and set up that business plan so that you are able to face a financial institution, you are able to face an investor, you are able to face a potential client, customer, to get business and to get your business going. So that is the next step for these 19 entrepreneurs at DYBT.
It's amazing, to know that in the coming months there will be possibly 19 individuals who will be establishing businesses and places of operations.
Correct. And interestingly enough, yes, this training is geared towards incubator stage, but we do take 1 or 2 persons who are already in business. So in the months to come, you can expect new things from these already existing businesses,
Amazing.
because they take part in it and their mind is broadened as well. They think of new service and business ideas that they can add to their portfolio of their business, set up proper structures, such as some of them, they may not have been strong in their record keeping. So now they know how to do record keeping. Things like business continuity, they know, all right, well, hurricane season is coming. What do they need to do?
Yeah.
So they have the tools to make themselves and ensure that they are successful in their business and accelerate that business to another level.
Wonderful, wonderful. Now to the individuals who are listening right now, because I know Joshua, you have a business you have a business idea, right now, and you want to know what to do. I'm going to ask Mr. Gibbons a question and you're going to find out what to do. To the individuals listening right now and would like to be a part of the next entrepreneurship cohort, what should they do?
What should they do? They should come down to the DYBT.
You hear that?
Come down to the DYBT or give us a call or check us out on social media. So our office is located on 42 Kennedy Avenue. That's opposite the Grand Forks bus stop or upstairs the National Youth Council office. Or you can check us out on Facebook. Facebook, Instagram, Twitter as well. We are on all social media. We deal with youth. We have to make sure we reach the youth where they are.
Yes, indeed.
After all.
Indeed.
So we always put out our flyers for our next training programs. Our number is there. If you have any questions, just pick up the phone, give us a call, and we assist you. It can be you are just at maybe, just a spark you have of a business idea. You come, you tell us about it, and we can ensure that spark keeps growing until it becomes a flame and, until it will catch.
Yeah, until it blazes like a bushfire.
Yes.
Amazing. Wonderful. So, as you know, Mr. Gibbons, it's the hottest hour, but it's the shortest hour on radio.
Yes.
So, for the individuals listening right now, and the individuals who probably, as you said, have the spark, what are the final words of encouragement you'd want to leave with these individuals?
Listen, don't fear it. Don't sweat it. Even coming into a training, even calling us and so on, don't sweat it. We are there to help you and assist you. No idea is too small. No idea is too big. No idea is stupid. We will assist you in growing that entrepreneurship mindset and growing whatever business idea that you have.
Amazing.
So don't fear it, don't sweat it. Just do it.
Amazing. No, sir, is there anyone that you would like to say hi, hello, good day to? I love you too. I'll see you later too before we get on with the next aspect of our program today?
Always, I'll just shout out to my DYBT co-workers, my colleagues, Miss Luciano Augustine up in Laplin. She's the Enterprise Development Officer. Cameron Augustine and Miss Diane Laron, the admin staff at DYBT, and of course our coordinator, Mr. Philip Rowe. It's a small team of us, but we work very hard.
Oh, no. Small team doing big things, eh?
Yes, I
Amazing.
know. So I just want to shout them out and give them the big up and respect as they should.
Wonderful. Dominica, keep it locked, because when we come back, that's where I'm going to leave it. Dominica, keep it locked right here on the youngest and the hottest hour on radio.
Waste my time, which makes things worse. Lost in my love is cursed. Time to make these things feel right. Let's start this show for one last time. Oh, I'm not giving it. Not giving it.
Not giving up, not giving in, and we're not letting up at all. Dominica, we're back, and this time we're going to hear a little bit from someone who has been through the program at DYBT, who can tell you what it was like, and probably he may spill a little tea and let us know what we can expect from him. You never know. So let us say blessed good afternoon and welcome to the microphones at DBS Youth Vibes Radio, Mr. Luciano Augustine. How are you doing, sir? Blessed good afternoon to you.
Good afternoon to the listening audience, Dominic and the viewers. I'm doing very well. I'm great. I'm feeling good.
Wonderful. So,
yeah.
I want to ask you the first question. How did you find out about this program that DYBT was offering?
It's interesting. I found out about the program through someone that works there,
Mm-hmm.
I was interested in, developing a business, starting a company, and so they recommended me to it, and then even going on their social media page, trying to find out about them. They were marketing it, they were advertising about the program,
Mm-hmm.
so it just gave me a little more insight about what it was and how to get involved,
Mm-hmm.
But I've been meaning to get with an organization that could really help me and give me some back support on what I want to do, Yeah.
And you found that at DYBT.
I found that.
Amazing. So give us a little insight. Give us a little dive into what your experience at that training was like. Going in, as an individual. And you said that you wanted to get into this into such a
Of course.
before.
Yeah.
So wanting to get into it and then getting into it, tell me what was that comparison like for you?
I'll give you the round cut version. So
Yes.
Well, we working with the time. I'd like to big up Mr. Glen right now. We have a high vibration in the room right now, so he's really comfortable. But getting back to how I got to the DYBT. So actually, I got to know about it a couple months before. It's a program that takes place in March, and I really came to them to see if I could do. They have a 1 week program for people that are in business already, and so I could work with that short time.
Yeah.
But then he was saying that you have to go through a prerequisite, which is the EDP program, the Entrepreneurship Development Program.
Yeah.
And so I was like, boy, I don't want to do that. That's 4 weeks, and as long as it's going to take me away from work, because I work 8 to 4. And so during those months, those periods, I had to plan a way where I could get some time off of work and still attend the training. So I decided that I had vacation leave at hand, and I decided that I was going to use my vacation leave to attend the training. I said that's the first investment for myself and for what my vision is.
Let me fix myself. Let me fix myself.
Yeah, man.
Your vacation.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Justin, you listening? Sacrifices, My people, sacrifices.
Yes,
so you
sir.
take your vacation
I
leave.
took my vacation leave. Mind you, my vacation leave is 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
And the program is 4 weeks. So, DYBT had to write a letter on my behalf just to give it a little more support. So, big up to my boss, man, honestly, right now, So, I actually took 4 weeks leave. And that 2 weeks, I took it unpaid. I went that far. I took another 2 weeks, a week and a half unpaid, just so I could complete the program. And so I went ahead into that, and I wrote my letter, backed up by the letter from DYBT. I sent that to the supervisor, human resource, and I got that approved.
Yeah.
And the ending of my vacation day or not, that Friday, next week, Monday, Tuesday, I was at that training.
Yeah.
For the 4 weeks.
Yeah.
Dedication, commitment, yeah, man.
Dedication.
Commitment, of course. That's the first sacrifice you make for yourself, for your business. I could have honestly say, this is going to take away from me. This is not going to make me make any money because you're there from 8 to 4 in the afternoon at that training. You have no time to go around, do this, do that. You have to give your undivided attention. And so, I decided that would be an investment for myself. I really want what I see. And I'm going to do it. I'm going to tackle that, and I made the commitment.
And now that you have made that commitment and you have been through that training, how do you feel about it?
I feel good. I feel positive. I feel I can recommend the training to anybody. I've made a couple friends. I have networks now, people with support. I feel stronger now. Yeah, man.
So the seed that was planted has started to grow,
But definitely,
Amazing.
of course.
Amazing. So now, tell us a little bit about what we can expect from you as it relates to that of business. What field, what type of business are you into right now?
Right. So, the business I intend on getting into the industry is agriculture. I have a desire for agriculture, love for agriculture, and I want to get into food production and agro processing and farming, but not just any farming. We're talking about advanced farming. We're talking about hydroponics, aquaponics, and using those products to agro process a product to give it a higher value, higher shelf life, longer shelf life. So this is the type of vision and plan that we have, and honestly, it's one thing to have an idea, but it's another thing to take that big idea and vision and break it up into small bits. You can have a grand scheme, but you have to be realistic about how you're going to achieve it. Is it viable? Can you see yourself dedicating 10 years, 15 years of your time to developing something of that sort? What do you have to do, and how much money are you going to require to start up, to penetrate the market? What will people look for? How are you going to go about that? And then these type of questions do come up. So now you're taking a vision and an idea into a realistic perspective. Right now you're breaking it down into structure. And I think that's where DYBT really open up your mind a bit. You think you might know things, but knowledge is power, and you can never stop learning. So you can unlearn, relearn, and implement. And so we have that happening now. We have what does the industry look like? What is the statistics on food security in Dominica and the Caribbean by extension? Is it a viable industry? See, an entrepreneur sees an opportunity before the problem even takes place.
Dominica, we've seen this is one of our sons of the soil, right? On the radio speaking like this. You hearing him? You hearing him? you seeing the business already flourishing, right?
For sure.
From the tone of his voice and the expression in his eyes, you're seeing the business already, right?
For sure.
Amazing. So my individuals out there that are listening, take note, my dear friend. This could be you. Amazing. You heard sacrifice. You heard dedication. Oh my God. And so agro processing.
Yeah.
That's where we at.
That's where we are.
So right now for you, what's the next step?
The next step is implementation. Right now, it was timely. I was in the process of developing my business plan, and I saw that opportunity and I take it. So right now we're developing the business plan. We're looking at the pricing structure, like the cost to start up, what are the necessary things that we need to get going and to produce. Who are the people that we need to collaborate with? Who are the people we need to have in our network to make it happen? And that's where we are. We right now we're in market research. We're in the mission, the vision statement, and we're networking. That's where we are.
Amazing.
Listen, all things take time.
Yeah.
Don't rush into it. You have to take your time and know that it's the foundation that you're building. And this stage right now is foundation work.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing. Hey, Dominica, this is one of your son of the soils on the radio, But sir, let me tell you, You Vibes is the hottest hour on radio, but it's the shortest hour on radio.
Yes.
So now the individuals out there that listening and seeing and hearing and feeling the vibes on the radio that sit down on an idea, what words of encouragement do you believe you can leave with them here this afternoon?
The people that are listening, I want to tell you, do not limit yourself. If you're that person who's had an idea for a long time, it has caused you to lose sleep, it has caused you to be distracted at work, whatever you're doing, it means that is a seed that's been planted in you for you to, take that and develop something, make contribution to society, and don't limit yourself. Knowledge is power. Well, knowledge is potential power. So make sure you apply the knowledge, and so take the chance on yourself, to learn, become aware, and life is a challenge. That's the fun part about it. So everything you work with as an entrepreneur, you're gonna be dealing with so many problems on a daily basis. You have to have, tolerance, a very high tolerance. So don't limit yourself. Take the chance on yourself and go forward.
Amazing, Mr. Augustine.
Yeah.
Let me say to you, sir, thank you very much for coming on here with us today to share. And just the power and the vibes that you have, I trust me, somebody out there heard it and felt it,
Thank you.
Before we sign off, anybody you just want to say hi, hello to, good day to, before we close
Of course,
down?
I would like to give a big shout out to my, my members of the training program, the 19 members. Big up the Dominica Youth Business Trust, all the dedication from them, the patience from them, big them up, all the facilitators, Mr. Brenton Hillier, from Sagico, and my family, of course, if they're listening right now, big them up. And if you may allow me to, this is free advertising and marketing. I have a special, very good friend, Beauty by Angie. Angelina from Portsmouth, Jazz and Creole is coming up very soon. Angie's from Portsmouth. Just give her a call. Check out on social media, Beauty by Angie. She does it very well. Trust me, unlike her.
Amazing. Dominica, hi Dominica. What else you want, Dominica? What else can I give to you, Dominica? No, I want Dominica to see my face a little bit. Dominica, what else do you want me to give to you? Huh? What else do you want me to give to you? What else do you want me to show you? Amazing things happening here in the Commonwealth of Dominica. Dominica, as you know, it's the youngest, but it's the hottest hour on radio. And I have come to the point where it's time for me to sign off. But before I do so, I have a few announcements to leave with you.
Waste my time, which makes things worse. Lost in my love is cursed.
So Dominica, the Grand Bay Girl Guides presents its Easter Movie Fun Day. And that will be on the 20th of April from 3 to 7 p.m. at the Grand Bay Youth Center.
I'm not giving it.
And of course, on the 12th of April, that is today, there will be karaoke at Andrea's in Buetica. The community youth are invited to come out and participate in this activity. Of course, one time bringing up the youth officers out there today and bringing up everyone who has been tuned in. This is where I say to you, good afternoon and blessed day to you. Dominica, this has been another edition of the youngest and the hottest hour on radio, Youth Vibes, right here on DVS.
I'm gonna be strong.